You'll fire away with questions whenever you're ready.
John Terrell came up with that interception, but it feels like he's making more plays in the backfield in the run game. Just how has he grown into a more complete corner?
Yeah, definitely. Just the experience, game experience, and just his work ethic, his preparation habits, his practice habits, all coming to fruition out there on the game field. And he's playing with a lot of confidence right now, and he's a really aggressive young man and just highly competitive, and it's showing up in both the run and passing game right now.
How do you kind of grade and evaluate the defense as a whole? Like you look at some of the national stats and some of those might be skewed by who you guys have played in second halves. Like how are you grading the starting defense right now? I mean, do you keep metrics on, how things have gone when they're just in? Like,
Yeah, definitely. I think, I can't remember who does it, but there's obviously a defensive efficiency stats that take out all the garbage time stuff. But, I feel like I evaluate kind of week to week, and I feel like every week we've taken a step forward, regardless of what the stats show. But I feel like every week, mental errors were reduced this week from the previous week. Missed tackles were reduced. Overall efficiency on third down was really good last week, 25% for the posting offense. But just kind of evaluate week to week, and I feel like every week our guys have gotten better. Guys in new spots, gaining more knowledge, gaining more experience, and I feel like it's showing up every Saturday. I feel like we've gotten off to some really fast starts. Obviously, five first quarter shutouts in a row, so guys are in tune to the game plan. Their practice preparation habits are showing up on game day, and what they're doing in the film room and showing up prepared.
What do you want to see more of? What's the area at this point that you're like really would like improvement?
Yeah, just continue to eliminate big play runs. The 15 to 20 yard runs. I'm not sure how many. I don't think we've given up anything extremely long, but continue to eliminate the run game. Be gap sound, be gap disciplined. Stay in our gap. Fit pullers, fit swappers the right way, and play with great eyes in the run game. And then passing game wise, just continue to tighten down the coverage. Whether that's situational awareness, knowing it's 3rd and 13, back up, whatever it is, apply your knowledge and just get smarter overall as a defense.
I guess Ashton Hampton played 35 snaps this past game. I mean, what has he done to put himself in position to play that many snaps?
Yeah, just showed to us in practice, that he's accountable and we can count on him in those situations. Goes to show the type of young man he is. He's really mature for his age, really understands the game, highly knowledgeable. Obviously, he knows the scheme and what we're doing defensively and in tune to the game plan. And then just playing with a lot of confidence. You can see it in his face, see it in his eyes, on the sidelines and stuff. And I don't think the moment's too big for him. And really cool to see him getting to that game, being from Tallahassee. And he was fired up and really enjoyed the moment.
The drive that Florida State had, their second touchdown in the fourth quarter, is that maybe an example of what you're talking about, like where you want to see improvement from the passing defense, or I guess what from like that drive are you teaching guys?
Yeah, I think what extended that drive was the 4th down conversion, 4th and 9. We lost contain on the quarterback and then missed a tackle short of the sticks. I'm trying to think back the sequence of plays on that, but I know for sure that 4th and 9 extended the drive. I think there was one other fourth down conversion before that, the 4th and short, where we're in great position. We just got to finish at the top of the stem. We were in a tight coverage, and they threw a sticker out in there. But 4th down conversions, that situation, every down was 4 down territory in that situation, but not getting off the field on 4th down extended that drive.
What kind of factored into Khalil Barnes playing more free safety opposed to playing much more nickel from last season?
Repeat the first part of that.
What kind of factored into Khalil Barnes playing more safety on the back end rather than playing nickel corner from last season?
Yeah, I think just a combination of trying to get our best guys in the right spots, and I think him and RJ are showing some cohesion back there at the back end of our defense, and just every week he's got more comfortable as well. Since game 2, he's really grown week to week. Not perfect by any means, but he can play multiple positions for you back there, and just feel like that's an opportunity to get our best 11 in some spots in the game.
Ballpark, are you bringing more pressure, less pressure than you normally do? And I guess some of that garbage time is factored in. I'm just curious, sort of, in the
Yeah, I
early-
mean, I think the self-scout from 2 weeks ago, I think we were maybe 5% less than typical, but kind of hard because your numbers kind of got skewed in some of those earlier games. But up front, I feel like we can play a lot of base technique and not have to move guys in the run game. Sometimes, especially the other night, didn't have to pressure to stop the run, so we were able to try to commit more guys to the pass from that situation, and then studying third downs. A lot of teams run quick game, screen on you, so pressure's not getting there because of the catch to throw. So just trying to find more ways to make the quarterback hold the ball in those situations and grow our knowledge and experience in the back end.
You think y'all have done a good job of affecting the quarterback just overall?
Yeah, I still think we have. Maybe the sacks don't show it, obviously, but I feel like we're still getting hits. I know for certain Wade had 3 big hits the other night. Jaheim had a good hit, didn't finish on the quarterback, but affecting the quarterbacks more than about sacks. Obviously those are cool stats to have per se, but you can hit him, batted balls, affect him as well. A lot of times if you get a hand on a ball and he's throwing it to a receiver, you can just kind of see it deflate his demeanor at times. So that's a constant area that we emphasize as well, matching the hand of the quarterback, batting balls, and then also just frustrating with our coverage disguise as well is a continued emphasis too.
I guess with your defensive linemen and you're facing mobile quarterbacks, they kind of have to keep eyes on him. They're not as able to.
Yeah, definitely.
Push upfield.
It definitely tempers your rush mentality a little bit, making sure you maintain rush lane integrity and not getting too far up the field, and allowing him to escape underneath you inside and stuff. So, but yeah, it definitely challenges your rush integrity.
Wes, taking a look at Wake Forest on film, what really sticks out to you offensively that you guys look to stop?
Yeah, just quarterback, he's a veteran guy, played a lot of ball. He's tough, he's going to stand in there, take hits. He's a real gritty young man, and running back wise, number 1, he's probably got as good a burst as we've seen on tape. He's really shifty, really elusive. We can't get bored just playing our gaps. We got to stay in our gaps, maintain that integrity. He can take it from the A gap to bounce it outside in no time. So got to do a great job there. O-line wise, they do what they do really well, and you can see the cohesion amongst that group, and it really allows them to do some really good things offensively. And then receiver wise, a really physical group at the top of the route, really well coached, always got a lot of respect of their receiver group. Do a great job running routes and being physical at the top of the route.
Any questions for Coach virtually? Anybody else in the room?
We talked to a lot of players about how helpful the tablets have been on the sidelines. How often are you looking at them throughout the game and then leaving it to the coaches to break down with their players?
Yeah, definitely. I watch every play in between series, and then obviously we make our back 7 adjustments, and then we kind of split off positionally from there. But it allows you to see a lot of things in real time, and really a big help.
it's a good problem to have, but how do you make sure Sammy Brown stays in the mix, just with how well the two starters are playing, but wanted to get him experience and reps?
Yeah, definitely, you know, kind of ever how the offensive personnel dictates, you know, week to week practice preparation as well. And, you know, just seeing his confidence continue to grow during the week.
Give some context, like Devin mentioned, like the heavy personnel, whenever y'all are facing bigger teams, like how he comes in for that. And is that when you're mostly playing through linebackers? Is it one of those situations?
Yeah, I mean, we're not scared to play base versus
Sure.
11 personnel in situations. We've always done that, but typically, yeah, if they're gonna get big, we're gonna put bigger guys on the field. He did a really nice job in the Stanford game with some of those 3rd and 1, 4th and 1 situations.
And Woodez swings out to nickel in those?
Yeah, this is Sam.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I think Coach Sweeney mentioned that after games they give performance grades, like winning grades to players, like a report card in a sense.
Yeah.
He also mentioned like some players kind of argue, like they don't think their grade is like what they wanted to. Have you seen any of those experiences, interactions so far this season?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes, you know, they'll question you why you gave them a minus here, so, you know, you have to explain yourself or whatever, but every play gets graded plus or minus, no different than taking a test. So, and then we tally it up, every position has a winning grade and stuff, so, I mean, you know, sometimes the PFF grades that you guys are exposed to, sometimes they're spot on, sometimes they're off, you know, but, you know, every play is graded and critiqued.
I think we've heard a couple times from Barrett Carter that sometimes you get really amped up on the helmet comms and you just can't hear what you're saying at all. Like how many conversations have you guys had about need you to take the volume down every now and then?
Yeah, we laugh about that. You know, I get heated and caught up in the moment, you know, and try to control my emotions as best as possible. You know, sometimes on the sidelines, I think it's no different than parenting your kids. The more you overreact, you know, sometimes some kids handle it well, some don't. So just being able to control my emotions sometimes. But I think that's just the highly competitive nature that I have. And, you know, sometimes I can do a better job of toning it down.
Do you think people have a sense of that? Obviously, we get to talk to you in these environments. You're obviously more toned down. I guess, do you have a more fiery side that we just don't see as much?
Yeah, I mean, I think I was the first coach in the ACC to break a tablet on the sideline. Shatterproof, supposedly, but it wasn't in that moment. But you know, at the end of the day, nobody wants to win more than I do. Nobody wants to see their guys perform at a higher level than me. Nobody's going to outwork me. And you know, yeah, I take this job very, very seriously, and very thankful for the opportunity that I get. Now, my wife tells people all the time they should see my temper at times. So, you know, I do show emotions at times.
I guess what game was it that you broke the tablet?
Maybe App State. I think one of those earlier games.
Is it kind of strange to be having to sit here proving that you have a bad temper?
No, no. So my wife can attest to that every day. So.
Take one or two more for Coach.
You mentioned the PFF grades. I'm sorry, I'm just curious about this. Where do you guys see the biggest gap in how you grade a player versus what they grade a player as?
I honestly don't follow it that closely. I just know that you guys have access to all that information and stuff. So, I mean, I don't even know how they use how their grading scale works. You know, sometimes you see it pop up on Twitter or whatever, but I don't know, to be honest, to tell you how it compares.
Just gonna ask, you saw something on film and it just frustrated you so much that you chucked the tablet in that moment, in that whatever game that was on the sideline?
Yeah, I can't remember what play specifically, but
Saw something.
yeah.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Appreciate you guys.